Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, Dandavat to all devotees. Nice to see you. Today we will read verse 76 from Vilapa Kusumanjali. O Varoru, nicely tied girl, when will the ocean of my bliss expand when I see you being decorated with flowers by joyful Mohana, the victor over Aristrasura, in a grove with many blooming flowers and humming bees on the beautiful bank of your lake. O Varoru, nicely tied girl, when will the ocean of my bliss expand when I see you being decorated with flowers by joyful Mohana, the victor over Aristrasura, in a grove with many blooming flowers and humming bees on the beautiful bank of your lake. Notes. In the previous verse, Sri Raghunatha perceived the water sports of the divine couple. After playing in the water of Radha Kund, Radha and Mohana and their girlfriends come back on the shore, and the manjaris anoint them with oil, massage them, bathe them again, arrange their hair, and change their clothes. In this verse, Mohana will single-handedly decorate Sri Radha in a kunja on the bank of Sri Radha Kunda. How incomparably beautiful is the bank of Sri Radha Kunda. There is a sweet kunja there, flanked by enchanting trees and vines, bearing so many different kinds of blooming flowers that are surrounded by swarms of thirsty human beings. In this kunja, Aristajai, Krishna, will dress Swamini. O nicely tied girl, Aristajai will expand the ocean of my bliss by decorating you with flowers. Radha's maidservants don't like all kinds of bliss. Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj defines the nature of the happiness of the gopikas as follows.
So Radhe Anantaji,
Radhe.
We can stop a little bit here. If you want also Ananta to say something, or someone else, Kishoriji, who is here, I don't see. So we can see here that pastimes in Radha Kunda are very exclusive, and it's not that all devotees can participate in that pastimes. Only who are participating in these water pastimes, different kind water games, are actually Radha Mohan and their Sakhis. Manjaris are also participating in these sweet, very dynamic pastimes, but they don't have a role, active role, that they are in the water and that they are bathing in the Radha Kund together with all other Sakhis and playing the water games with Krishna. They're standing on the shore, on the bank of Radha Kund, and with hearts full of joy and happiness, they are observing this, loving pastimes. They don't take an active role, but they still are very fixed in their position of Radharani's maidservants, who are observing these pastimes from the bank and always ready to serve those who are engaged in these pastimes. So why we are talking about this? Because, oh, Jayanandaji, Radhe Radhe.
So
Jai Ho.
sorry, this bring
Oh, oh, my sweet Maharaj. Oh,
very raw and action of Vrindavan internet connection is cutted. We are
all right.
very not good. So just we are entering.
Coming, going.
We just entering like just hot spot. So we may
Just to say that we
with you.
All right. We feel your vibration, your presence. And we are very fortunate actually that Vrindavan is transcendental place. It's not depending on geographical or internet connections. Vrindavan is completely depend on inner heart-to-heart spiritual transcendental love and connection. So even if we cannot hear you, and definitely we cannot with our external ears, we can hear you with our hearts, and you are together. I don't know if you already heard this, but we will continue. So why we are talking about this special position of Manjaris who are observers and sitting on the Radha Kunda and with full-hearted and joyful hearts, they are observing and witnessing these pastimes in Radha Kund. Because this is bhav, Manjari bhav, emotion. And this bhav has to be properly understood, but also more important is to properly feel. Every devotee has to feel this bhava. And the more we feel this Manjari bhav, the more we will understand. It's not possible to explain with Manjari bhava, tattva, philosophy. It's not possible to explain with words. Many things which are in close connection with bhava has to be felt. And how to feel this in the heart, this bhava? You cannot learn the feelings. You cannot go in the shop and buy the feelings. Please, we can buy the book with philosophy, but there is no any way where we can, and any place how we can buy the feelings. But in the same time, feelings can be received. And this process of receiving is going from the heart of devotee who has this bhava to the heart of devotee who eagerly wants that bhava. And this is the only way how sadhaka, how beginner, aspirant can enlighten his heart with Manjari bhava, to take close, intimate association with sadhu who is already drowning in this Manjari bhava. I know many times we are talking, it's not new. Many times we are talking about this, but many times we are missing the point because still conditioned nature is conditioned in such a way that person is thinking, I can get it, I can make it, I can learn it. And it's very difficult to surrender to this concept. First, to this concept, this bhava can only be received. I only can receive this bhava in my heart. We should accept this. And the problem is that this acceptance is not intellectual acceptance. This acceptance must come from the heart. It's not because someone convinced me logically, with arguments, with tattvas, with everything. No, I have to feel that this is my desirable, natural bhav, which I want to develop more and more. And when it's clear, and when devotee is aware about it, deep in the heart, he will naturally approach and open his heart to a person who has this treasure of Manjari Bhav in his heart. And sadhu who has this jewel of Manjari Bhav, only once, his only desire is to give this bhav to someone who really is burning from desire to receive that bhav. When devotee, the more, let's say like this, the more devotee is receiving the Manjari Bhav, the more intelligence, even materialistic intelligence, is becoming more pure, more active, and he can find the solutions even in his material life, because this intelligence is coming from his spiritual identity, from spiritual bhav. If you notice, and every one of us notice, our beloved Gurudev is not teaching us. He is not like other acharyas who are teaching us, you have to know this and this and this and this structure and how it's going on after this, that and that and that. No. His main, of course, he wants that we know something, but this is not a main purpose of his teaching. He wants that we become intimate with him, that he can infuse Manjari Bhav in our heart. Then adequate or knowledge, all knowledge what is necessary to support this Manjari Bhav will start to appear, and when devotee is listening or talking or sharing with each other, he will speak not theory, but according to Manjari Bhav, and this is rasa vichar, not tattva, dry tattva vichar, speaking only about philosophy, tattva, which is okay, but in one moment we should come to the another level and to open all our consciousness and all our heart to receive bhav. And Gurudev is expert in infusing the bhav. When we receive sufficient bhav, we will understand his behavior, his consciousness. We will not be any more confused. Why he's doing this, why he's doing that, why he's talking this and why he's talking that. Because we will be connected in the heart with bhava. And then our intelligence will be connected in the same tune with his intelligence. And this is buddhi yogam, spiritual intelligence. Then this spiritual intelligence will spontaneously reflect on our sadhaka vesh. So by listening these verses of Raghunath Das Goswami and commentaries of Anantadas Babaji, and verses and commentaries are rasa vichar commentaries. This is not tattva vichar. This is rasa vichar. We are giving ourselves a chance to be touched and to be infused with their Manjari Bhav. This is the reason why we are reading this and why we want to remember these words, because we want their emotions to come in our hearts. If we miss this, we will miss the chance. If we miss to catch in our heart bhava from the Gurudev's heart, and all sadhus who are in the same bhava, bona fide sadhus, not who are talking about Manjari Bhav, but who are bona fide, who can infuse with bhav. I can talk with Manjari Bhava 24 hours, but I cannot infuse anyone with Manjari Bhava, because I need that my heart becomes No, I'm not making jokes. It's not humility. This is the truth. I'm waiting. But why I'm talking it? Because Gurudev is giving through his bhava words. So believe me, anyone who has a bhava, it doesn't have to be Manjari bhava. You have your own bhava. I don't know who has Vatsalya, Sakha, or whatever. Bhava is giving abilities. Bhava is giving intelligence. Bhava is giving the brain. Bhava is purifying the heart. Bhava is removing false ego. Because the bhava belongs to the superior energy, inner energy, loving, transcendental, inner, Svarup Shakti. This is superior energy than our energy of our body, subtle body, or energy of three gunas, even karma and reincarnation. Spiritual energy brings person above this prison of material existence. This is why we need to connect our hearts with Gurudev's, because this is a rare opportunity and great fortune to connect as much as we can. And he's very patient to wait us. But it doesn't have to be so long. Sometimes we want, okay, he is patient. Okay, he will wait for me. This is gradual process. I remember Indra Prabhu, here. Yes, this is very gradual process, but it doesn't have to be gradual as you want to be, as you are doing. Isn't it, Harivaha? I see you now. Yeah. It's gradual process. Yes. But it doesn't have to be so gradual. And the point is, again, I'm repeating it, because Gurudev taught me this. I'm giving bhava, I'm not giving knowledge. And this bhava will change your existence. This bhava will melt your heart. And then you will be able, whatever you do outside different activities, then every activity will become service. Without bhava, there is no service. With bhava, every activity is devotional service. So we have here, Anantaji was very nicely reading about Radhakunda. What is Radhakund? Without bhava, we cannot understand Radhakund. We cannot relish Radhakund. We think that we relish pastimes, but if bhava is not present, how we will relish? With material body? So all around Radhakundas are different, undescribably beautiful kunjas of different sakis and manjaris. And each manjari has his own address for living. Some manjaris are in the same kunja, some manjaris are in different kunjas, but all these kunjas are all around Radhakunda. And when the beautiful water pastimes in Radhakunda ended, Manjari Bhav becomes active in the form of seva. They are changing the clothes of Radha Mohan. They are combing their hairs. They are drying their bodies. They are putting fragrant oils on their bodies. And suddenly, they decide, we want to go in this and that kunja. And these pastimes now starts, actually. When they decide, we want to go in this and that kunja. Baba didn't wrote here. Why he didn't wrote in which particular kunja? Because this is for meditation. They are coming in my kunja, in your kunja, in your kunja. I want to receive them. I prepared this kunja for their pleasure, exclusively for their pleasure. And I'm waiting that moment when they will come, that I can serve them. So each kunja has his own bhav. Yes, this is Manjari bhav and Kinkari bhav, generally speaking. But each kunja has specific mood inside of Manjari Bhav, inside of that Bhav. Some kunjas are very jolly. Some kunjas are very, very, I don't know, in some different feelings. So I'm talking this in the beginning of our sharing, and it's very pity that Jayananda Maharaj cannot come. But what should we do? This is our bad misfortune. Please understand the key point is to receive Bhav. And for that, we need a time. Only for that. Whoever received the Bhav, he attained the goal. Everything will go smoothly. Everything will go smoothly. It's very easy to overcome. With Bhava, it's only possible to, in very easy way, to overcome materialistic consciousness and this conception, I am this materialistic body. Only when Bhava enter in the heart. So this is the reason why Bhava, sadhana Bhava bhakti, is the goal of all sadhanas. Because through this Bhava, heart is melting, becoming soft, opening like a flower with full, beautiful fragrances. And from this flower, attraction to Radharani and Mohan starts to emanate. And they cannot resist but to answer on this fragrance of love, which is coming from the sadhaka's heart. Then exchange of love starts. Janandaji, can you say something? Try, at least try.
You know, now we connected. We become now yoga. So,
All right.
So later on, you know, we will join. So
okay. No problem. So if someone wants to say something, who were listening, who were connected for now, to share something, because it's really very important to receive Bhav, and not knowledge. With Bhav, knowledge will come. Intelligence for that knowledge will come. Okay, Anantaji, if there is no one, please.
Radhe, can I add something?
Yes,
just
please.
Just a short. I think that the bhava is, the seeds of the bhava is in the heart of devotees. So this commentary here and this Mahavanis of Anantadas Babaji and verse of Raghunath in Vilapa Kusumanjali can help that this seed can be watering and one day become the nice wine and came the fruits of this seed and is growing this love in our heart that helped much this verse and commentary, especially commentary of Anantadas Babaji. Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj definite the nature of the happiness of the Gopikas as follows. When the gopis go to see Mohana, they don't desire happiness, and this increases their happiness millions of times. They feel 1,000,000 times more happiness than Krishna feels when he sees them. They are not looking for their own happiness, and that exactly increases their happiness. There is only one explanation for this paradox. The joy of the gopis lies in Krishna's happiness. The gopis think, Krishna obtained so many pleasure by seeing me. This thought makes their bodies and faces blossom. When Krishna is happy, then Radharani is happy. And when both Radha and Krishna are happy, the Sakis are happy. But when Radharani comes out as the best, then the Kinkaris are happy.
Radhe, I think that we should read again this part, please.
Complete or last
Yes,
sentence?
from Krishna Das Kaviraj. Yes, we should learn. We should hear it again and again, because this is the essential explanation, practical explanation. What does it mean to have love, which is selfless love? And the Krishna Das Kaviraj is giving. This is paradox, actually. Why it's paradox? Comparing with material conception, it's paradox. I want to become happy, and I'm doing everything to become happy. And when I failed in it, I'm so morose, I'm so unhappy. But we can see here, the paradox is, the more I give happiness to my beloved, I becoming happy. And who can understand this without mercy of bhav, of prema? Who can understand it? Who can practice it? Who can apply in his daily life? Only this conception. My only happiness is lying in my desire to give the happiness to my beloved. And if he is happy or she is happy, then my happiness is unlimited. And if she is not happy, then my sadness is also unlimited. Because my heart is connected with my beloved. And it's completely strange conception for materialistic consciousness. This kind of conception doesn't exist at all in material world. But what we are listening here, this conception is conception which coming from the soul consciousness and then slowly develop in spiritual relationship full of exchange of transcendental love. And this is spiritual rasa, juice. It's very, very, very important to meditate. Sorry, I have to think about these words, because inside the meaning of these words is all our success. When we accept, I cannot be happy, my soul cannot be happy, my body anyway cannot be happy. How can I be happy if I know that I will die? But my soul is eternal and it will never die. So my real happiness is to be connected with strong emotions, pure selfless emotions, with those who are constantly are in the mood of giving and giving and giving and giving. And this is why bhav is important to blossom in the heart, because bhava is the emotion which is purifying consciousness in such a way that it's becoming completely natural, that only by giving I will prove my existence, not by taking, by giving. And we can see how pure devotees, premika devotees, and our Gurudev are example of that. They cannot be peaceful, actually. You know, Kesha Baba, he cannot be peaceful. Gurudev cannot be peaceful. I am not peaceful because of different reasons. But he cannot be peaceful because he wants always to serve and serve and serve and serve. And we are thinking that this is a torture. At least I think. Why he is torturing himself? Calm down, Gurudev. But he cannot live without seva. Because he is seva rupaya. I can live perfectly, very nicely. But he cannot live. To the last drop of his blood, he will serve. Why? Because he is in this gopi mood. We say gopi. Manjaris are also gopis. Please, Ananta, now again, slowly, we would listen this.
When the gopis go to see Mohana, they don't desire happiness.
Stop. Radhe. This is the first condition to become any gopi. I don't want my happiness. And the more devotee is filled with bhava, he is able to think like this. I don't want any happiness for myself. I am beating myself because I still want happiness. I need correction. This is not the goal of life. Because why it's not? Because my soul will not be happy. My soul is happy only if she doesn't want her own happiness. This is paradox. But this paradox is paradox only for those who has a strong materialistic consciousness. For those who are spiritual, this is not a paradox. This is only normal situation. I don't want my happiness. And many of us, including me especially, we have a blockage and problem with this. We measure our spiritual life. If I'm happy, then I am advancing. I'm sorry. If I'm crying, I am advancing. If I'm laughing, I am advancing. If I'm so happy, heart is trembling, I am advancing. And now, when sadness comes, oh, something is wrong with me. No. Sadness is the sign of love. Disturbance is the sign of love. I'm so disturbed and sad, and I feel so much sorrow. I feel misery because I don't know how to serve you, how to give you pleasure. Maya completely covered me. I'm sad. I feel pain in the heart. And this devotee who feels that, he will never say, I am advanced. Others will see, but he will not see. How you can say, I am advanced, and you are suffering? This is paradox. But those devotees who know the science of rasa, who has this shakti to enter in the hearts of everyone, they can see, oh, this devotee is so nicely advancing. He feels pain in the heart. So it means that he received bhava from my heart, real transcendental bhava from my heart. And his heart is beating in the same rhythm like my heart. Because ordinary devotee cannot recognize a pure devotee. Pure devotee is laughing, but at the same time in the heart he is crying. Outside he is crying, but inside he is laughing. How we will understand that? No way. We don't have experience for that. And materialistic consciousness cannot understand this. So for that we need the mercy to move from materialistic bodily consciousness of life to the spiritual consciousness and existence. And Gurudev is so rare person who is very merciful and open to give everyone without discrimination bhava, not knowledge, bhava. And when we receive that bhava, according to amount which we receive, we will start really to change. And his bhava is real chintamani. He is touching me. He is talking to me. He is hugging me. He is chastising me. Whatever he is doing, he is giving his bhava. We should be aware of it. And to be aware of it, knowledge is stopping us. It's much more important to understand and tune heart with this point than to know all these tattvik or shastric Sanskrit terms or whatever. Because this is not a qualification. Someone who is completely illiterate, he doesn't know to read and write. If he receives bhav, he is becoming qualified and able to become Radharani's maid servant. Because his heart is ready to be offered to Radharani. Not his ability to read and write. We are not acharyas. We don't have to know all these Vedas, all these Shastras, they have to know. This is their task. We have to receive the bhav, to help our soul to get out from this samsara. Not attaining liberation, but attaining the lotus feet of Radharani. So in that way, Rupa Goswami and all our acharyas are saying only qualification is greed, not ordinary desire. Yes, I want to become Manjari. Oh, it's so very nice. I heard my friends are also in this group. I also want to be like this and them. No, I am burning. I will die if I not become Manjari. And this burning desire cannot appear. This is paradox. Cannot appear in the life of ordinary materialistic person. This burning desire is a mercy which appears in the form of this bhava, because this burning desire, this lobha, eagerness, is actually bhav. It's emotion. This is emotion. It's not that I have desire and I have emotion. No, this is the symptom of burning desire. And this burning desire is burning feeling. And I need help. And for that, yes, we need the time. Each of us, his own time. And Gurudev is very, very extremely compassionate and patient. But this is his only goal, as I understand. Gauranga can speak nonsenses. Gauranga can make mistakes because he doesn't know Shastras. He doesn't know Rasa Tattva. And he doesn't care for that. He will never correct me. Or sometimes he will correct me. But what he is really, really waiting, that my heart be open, that he freely can pour, infuse with his bhav. And this is only Shishya. Everything else is not Shishya. It's not the following.
Radhe Radhe.
Yes, Kishoriji, please help me.
No help. You help us a lot. I want one thing come to my heart recently. Our Gurudev give lecture week ago to my Bhakti Himagiri Deidi, this big Japanese yoga groups. We are very beginner. At that time, one student asked Gurudev, how can we understand Manjari's feeling? It's a very nice question. And like me, we are totally new. Someone is even the first time to ask here, like who is Radha, who is Manjari, like this situation. And it's very attractive question. How Gurudev answer? Then Gurudev's answer is, open your heart. Now,
Not for knowledge, not for knowledge, not for Shastras, not for Tattvas, not for Sanskrit, for bhav, for pure emotion, open your heart and everything will be clear, everything will open to you. Then you will receive divine eyes. Bhava will give you divine eyes. Bhava will give you spiritual intelligence, buddhi yoga, not material, spiritual intelligence. And we have sometimes, especially all devotees, we have a problem because we are so stuck with the Shastras. We only accept perfect structure, formulation, but we don't catch the point of feelings inside. Because the bhava, didn't catch our heart, didn't touch our heart. I'm speaking for myself. I know how it's a great obstacle. We are depending so much on Shastras, on Tattvas, but we are not depending on Gurudev's bhava. We want to develop our own emotions. And this is materialistic. Our own tears, our own trembling of the body. This is imitation. So it doesn't mean if someone has 80 years, 90 years, 5 years, 7 years, 20 years, which kind of school he finished, which kind of life he is living. Family life, 5 kids, 1 kid, without kids, 1 husband, 2nd husband, 3rd wife. Doesn't matter. Do I feel and do I burning in my heart deeply inside for that feeling which I don't feel. I want to feel what I don't feel. Please. I'm sorry, it took so much time, but we will never understand Gopi Bhav. You see one sentence, Anantaji, read it. When the gopis
go to see Krishna, they don't desire happiness.
What to say about manjaris? If the gopis go without personal desires for Krishna, what to say about manjaris who are the shadow of Radharani, who are the heart of Radharani, who are embodiments of Radharani's selfless love? Yes, and
this increases their happiness millions of times.
this increases their happiness, not because I want to increase my happiness. And whenever I want to increase my happiness, some disappointment always comes. I never fulfill. I was dreaming and dreaming, and it was nothing happened like I was dreaming. Even if I fulfill my desire, but it's not like in my dream. I wanted to go somewhere. I was imagined, and finally I went there, but it's not happened like in my dreams. So I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated because I didn't accept the bhav, pure love and pure seva. They don't desire their own happiness. And because of this mood, because of that consciousness, state of heart, mind, intelligence, and consciousness, this increases their happiness millions of times. So we should have a faith that happiness of Jiva lies in the happiness of his beloved Ishtadev. And we have to our hearts, not violently, but to understand. Don't beat your head with the tattva, but open your heart for the bhav. Bhav doesn't have to be beat. Heart doesn't have to be beaten. You cannot force anyone to love someone. There is no preaching, argument, logic, and explanation why I love someone. No way to explain it. Only to feel and to relish. I cannot live without you. I simply cannot live without you. Why you cannot live without you? Please, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I gave you all my heart. And you can do with my heart whatever you want. And this is what Krishna and Radharani makes to each other, giving us perfect example of perfect couple who is in love. Krishna is taking the mood of Radharani, and she wants to give him everything what she has, all her heart. So this is purest kind of love. He is giving. In the pastimes you will see, he is serving her. If husband doesn't serve the wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, it means that he doesn't love her. For sure. He wants to be Lord, served. No, this is not love. This is not the harmony. But we are so selfish, egocentric, ego-centered, egocentric, ego-centered, that we don't feel that what does it mean devotional service. And our words and our mouth and tongue is full of great rasic words of devotional service. Then, Anantaji, then
They feel a million times more happiness than Mona feels when he sees them.
you see what is the secret of transcendental love? This is the secret. Because they don't have desire for their own happiness, but only desire to make a Krishna happy, their happiness is increasing. And because they are in mood of giving. They are relishing happiness more than Krishna, to whom they are giving. Can you imagine? We want to give our love to someone without any desire, selfish desire, for his happiness. And result is, million times we are experiencing our own happiness because my beloved is so happy. And at the same time, he cannot relish this, how I am happy. And what he is doing? What he is doing? He wants to enter in my mood, to feel how it's possible that she or they are happy even more than me. Is it possible that through process of giving love and happiness, they are receiving more happiness than me who are taking this? So I want to give up this consciousness. I want to become servant. Of whom? Of person who are giving me the most. And then he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the inner reasons of love. It's not inner reason of appearance and outside reason. No, this is inner reason how love, personal love is functioning. And by listening these words of Krishna Das Kaviraj, we are expose our hearts and consciousness in the hearts. Consciousness is not here in the head. Consciousness is in the heart. This is the part of the soul. We think this is the consciousness and this is the heart. No. Consciousness in the heart. Then we become able to really understand our own real natural position and be active. And when we say action, we mean devotional service. Because in spiritual life, every action is devotional service. Here, I love something, I don't like anything. I love someone, I don't like others. I give to someone, I'm active, and I'm not active. I don't like this. This is okay for material world. But in spiritual world, all actions are actually expression of devotion. And this is why they are called by our beautiful Rasik devotees devotional service. All actions in spiritual life are in charge and infused with love. And all actions are becoming seva. If you pick the flower because you are in love, filled with bhava, this is seva. You are not picking flower for yourself. No, I'm enjoying. No, I'm picking flower for my beautiful Ishtadev. I'm cleaning the room. I'm going in the market to buy the food. Simple activities. You see, we don't need tattva for that. Just love. And when we really understand what is this unconditional love, we will beg, cry, steal, borrow, because we will know, finally, I understood the purpose of my living. This is the purpose of my life. Please infuse me with your bhava. Not for my enjoyment, and then you will not receive. The blockage is, if we want to receive bhava for our own enjoyment, I want to dance, I want to sing, I want to do, forget it, no bhava. But if we beg, please, I cannot survive if you don't give me this bhava, then we are proper candidate. You see, it's completely opposite, because spiritual life, spiritual consciousness is completely opposite of materialistic way of life. Thinking materialistic, feeling even in mode of goodness, who cares? This is the prison.
They are not looking for their own happiness, and that exactly increases their happiness. There is only one explanation for this paradox. The joy of the gopis lies in Krishna's happiness. The gopis think, Krishna obtains so much pleasure by seeing me. This thought makes...
Krishna is obtaining so much pleasure because he sees me in this beautiful sari, with these beautiful earrings, with this beautiful makeup. It's not that I want to become beautiful to myself and then subdue the others for my pleasure. I'm putting kajal to make him happy. And what really makes Krishna happy? My kajal or my lipstick? No, my love, my desire to make him happy. Then nothing is a theory. And how we can fully, I said, fully, maturely experience this in our manifested, self-realized spiritual identity. And this bhav, which sadhaka is receiving, is helping him to model, to form, and to grow his spiritual identity. Without bhav, which is coming from Gurudev, Swarup cannot be nourished, maintained, and ultimately realized. Nothing in the life can be successful without bhav, even materialistic life, even materialistic. Because when bhava appears, then materialistic life is not anymore materialistic life. It's seva sadhaka rupena, service with full emotions, without expectations of results, in sadhaka vesh, and siddha rupena, deeply, deeply absorbed in his own loving relationship with own Swarup. This is the power of bhav, which will bring devotee slowly to the level of prema.
The gopis think, Krishna obtained so much pleasure by seeing me. This thought makes their bodies and faces blossom. When Krishna is happy, then Radharani is happy. And when both Radha and Krishna are happy, the Sakis are happy. But when Radharani comes out as the best, then the Kinkaris are happy. When Rasamaya Shyam expertly serves Swamini by decorating her, the ocean of their bliss expands. Accompanied by their maidservants, Swamini and Shyam enter into a sweet dressing kunja, which is full of blooming flowers that are surrounded by humming bees. Swamini staring at Mohan's face, asks, "Who will dress me today?" Mohan says, "Today I will do it. Just order me." Swamini gives her consent with the frown of her eyebrows. "All right, you do it." In this way, she gives herself away. What an incomparable service to her beloved. Considering bhava and rasa, bhava is the worshipper and rasa is the worshipped. Sri Radha is the empress of full bhava and Mohana is the emperor of full rasa. Because Sri Radha is the supreme worshipper, Aradhika, she is known in the Puranas and other scriptures as Radhika. No one knows how to worship like her. Mohana single-handedly decorates Swamini in a kunja on the bank of Shyamakund that is filled with buzzing bees. He sits his beloved on a jeweled throne and sits himself on her pedestal in order to be able to decorate her with handmade floral ornaments. The Kinkaris pick different kinds of flowers and bring them to Mohanan, who measures the size of his planet ornaments with his hands and imbues them with rasa through his rasika touch.
So Radhe, we see here a difference. We see here Krishna is in this case compared with rasa, the source of all rasa. And Radhika is compared with Bhav or Mahabhav, the source of all love and all emotions. So they are inseparable. You cannot separate ocean from the waves and the waves from the ocean. But when the waves becomes so strong and even to clash with each other, then the ocean becomes completely intoxicated. Ocean becomes so beautiful, much more when it is so calm, peaceful, plain. So here, when we know when whatever comes in the contact with Mahabhav, whatever, and we can add whoever comes in the contact with Mahabhav becomes Mahabhav. And we can see here, when Krishna, like rasa, touch someone in this nice pastime, he's touching Radhika. His touch is like a juice, like a flavor. His touch is a rasa touch, rasic touch. He's touching Radharani, but he is infusing his flavor of love on her. And what is happening? When he is touching Radhika, he becomes touched by Mahabhava and receives all the mercy. The touch is so important. He wants to infuse Radhika with his rasa, desire for enjoyment, for his juice. And when he touched Radhika, because he is in direct contact with Mahabhava, all Radharani's, all Mahabhava's emotions penetrate in his heart. And what he is doing, he's fainting. This is Shringar Ras. And this is the most purest relationship from which all other relationships, all other bhavas and rasas are coming. Because this is the amorous pastimes. But it's not between ordinary materialistic girl and boy. When Rasova Isaha, Rasika Shekhar, touch Radharani with the hand of his rasa, immediately, like electricity, like this thunderbolt, which is all his existence becomes infused with Mahabhav. And in that moment, he is losing himself. And in one time, he understands, I simply don't know how it's going on, how it's possible. I'm Rasika Shekhar. I must feel her feelings. But how to do this? Like Gurudev is saying, it's foreign to him. It's very strange to him. He doesn't have experience for that. So you see what he is doing in this pastime? He is serving Mahabhava. And by serving Mahabhava, he is allowing himself to be touched by Mahabhava. So again, I'm coming on the beginning of our sharing. We also have to be touched with Bhava. And this Bhava will change our existence. And how we can be touched with Mahabhav or Bhav Manjari Bhav? Through the ears, the cups of our ears, to drink the sweet emotions which are coming from the heart of someone who possesses that Bhav. Krishna is transferred. He is rasa, rasova isaha. But when he is touched by Mahabhav, he is not even Rasika Shekhar anymore. To be Rasik Shekhar, king of relishers, you have to be aware of something. He becomes completely intoxicated. He doesn't know who is he. And Manjaris are so happy. Then we come back on the beginning of this paragraph, what Anantaji was reading, when Radharani comes out as the best, then the Kirtaris are happy. When electricity of Mahabhava touched the Mohan and put him into fame, then Manjaris are happy. Because my Radha is Jayashri. She is again winning this amorous battle. She is victorious. Jai Shri. And I'm proclaiming, and I'm so proud to be her maidservant. And how we can feel this? Only if our Guru is touching our heart with his own bhav. No other way. If we open our heart to him, he will help us to open our heart to Raghunath. We cannot open our heart to Raghunath directly. We cannot even open to Anantadas Babaji here heart. But because we opened our hearts to our Gurudev, who filled our hearts with his bhav, we can catch the drops and glimpse of emotions, pure love of Raghunath, Rupa Raghunatha, Pade Hoi Beat. And then we can also feel the drops of Babas and all our Rupanugas Acharyas, the drops of their bhav. Krishna needs to be touched with Mahabhava, and Sadaka also needs to be touched with Mahabhava.
Radha. And all this makes very wonderful circle of emotions. It's going around between Radha and Mohana and Manjaris. It's nice to be in this whirlpool of emotion.
Yes, Anantaji. Yes, thank you.
The Kinkaris pick different kinds of flowers and bring them to Mohana, who measures the size of his planet ornaments with his hand and imbues them with rasa through his rasika touch. Swamini sits down on her jeweled seat and lets her feet oscillate next to the pedestal, while Aristajai personally manufactures the floral earrings and places them on Swamini's limbs. Why does Tulasi remember Krishna's victory over the Arista demon in this text? It was after Krishna killed the Arista demon during his manifest pastimes that Radhakunda became manifest in order to preach the confidential glories of Priyaji. There is no place in Vrajamandala like Radhakunda, where Mohana enjoys so freely and confidentially with his Priyaji. This is why Tulasi remembers Mohana here as Aristajai. Although Mohana is such a great hero to defeat a strong and wild demon like Arista, he cannot protect himself against Sri Radhika's delectable beauty. Rasaraj, Sri Krishna, is greedy for rasa, for he serves Mahabhava.
One more time, please. This sentence, last sentence.
Rasaraj, Sri Krishna, is greedy for rasa, therefore he serves Mahabhava.
Without the mercy of Mahabhava, Swarupini Radha Thakurani, no one can enter in spiritual rasa. This secret is even known to Krishna. He understands, if I take the shelter of my beloved, embodiment of my love, Radhika, then I can relish rasa. And when the same Mahabhava, Radhika, appears in the heart of devotee, it becomes Bhakti Swarupini. Mahabhav, the partial of Mahabhav, enter in the heart of devotee. We say Hladini Shakti, but actually Radharani's feelings and love enter in devotee's heart, then person is ready to become devotee and becomes embodiment of devotion because he is touched by the embodiment of devotion. Bhakti Rupini, embodiment of bhakti. And because we are so impersonal, we cannot even imagine this. What does it mean? How love can have form? It's not easy. For us, love is energy. And our acharyas are saying, yes, Hladini Shakti, pleasure-giving energy, and so on. But this is the person, most sweetest, most purest, most kind person. Bhakti Rupini. And then devotee can really start his jiva abhisar, traveling to become closed, abhi, closed, traveling sar. This kind of traveling is flowing actually. Sar is also flowing to become abhi, close to his beloved Ishtadeva. And this is the power of Radharani's mercy through her maid servants. And in that moment, the heart of devotee is touched by Bhakti Rupini. It means with bhav, with pure emotion of devotion. Everything is written, you see? Everything is written. But we should be touched by this transcendental, selfless love. And then slowly, but for sure, surely, it will blossom in our hearts. And all demons will be destroyed. Jananda Maharaj, can you hear us? Can you make some contact with us and save us?
So beautiful explanation. I was very enjoying your beautiful explanation.
No.
And
No.
I was
I'm full.
so many things, many points, many points. But you say, Kishore is asking how to become Manjari Baba. Then Gurudev told us, open your heart. And just I remember, Gurudev used to have some cup, like kind of patola. But our patola, sometimes we do like this. We cannot receive. So Gurudev said, no, you have to, this patola should be open it, empty, then hold it. Then mass is coming up. So like our Goranga is Gurudev's Kripa Patola. So he could explain very nicely. So this is, I just remember Gurudev's pastime. Also, you mentioned, and then also open our heart. I just remember Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita. You may not, somebody may not understand this Chaitanya Charitamrita from beginning. But I request you, please keep hearing and keep reading. Means keep touching from this vibration. Then slowly, you may understand. Like I was thinking, this is white cloth. So if we want to die in red, from beginning, maybe not directly red, but keep dying, then very clear red color. So similarly, so this Raga Anuga Bhakti is, I think, I believe like this. So we keep contacting sadhu and keep listening this Vilapa Kusumanjali from, our Anandas Babaji Maharaj and Gurudev and Raghunatha Das Goswami or Tulasi Manjari. Then I believe slowly this Baba infuse us. And also this purport explain difference of Gopi Baba and Saki Baba and Manjari Baba very clearly. So, like I feel Gauranga explained, Krishna obtains so much pleasure by seeing me. So we feel little bit, maybe tinge of self-centered because Krishna looking at me. Then Krishna will be happy. So this Gopi here mentioned, don't desire own happiness. But the Gurudev sometimes say, Gopi has some tinge of happiness because he wants to directly connect with Krishna. But who can extract, who can squeeze Krishna's rasa very well? This is only one person who has greatest feeling, greatest Baba, who has Mahababa, who is Mahababa Chintamani. Only Radhika could squeeze most rasa, most feeling from Mohan, Krishna. And then who can see, who can taste this feeling? This only Manjari, Kinkari could do it. Today, we happen to visit Seva Kunja. And the Seva Kunja's another name is Nikunjaban. So every night, very intimate pastime, Rasa Lila, and a very intimate pastime is going on still now. And then Pujariji is saying, other place, everybody want, say, Krishna's center. Everybody want to give Krishna pleasure. But in this Seva Kunja, Krishna want to serve Radhika. Krishna want to do some seva to Radhika. Krishna want to massage Radhika. And this very intimate pastime, only Manjari, Kinkari could taste it and see it. So this is a very, very nice verse, and Gauranga or Anantaji selected. And I was very, very touching and tasting, try to touch your feeling and Gurudev's feeling, Anandas Vaj Maharaj feeling. So I just to share Radhe Radhe. Thank you very much.
For supporting us and nourishing us, for your mercy. Yes, Anantaji and Labhagalatika, they choose these words. We can speak about these words hours and days, and every time we will approach from another angle. So, should we stop here, Anantaji? Maybe you will be sad.
Maybe we can read a little bit more.
Okay, all right, as you like.
Gurudev is always saying, read more.
Read more, all right.
Okay, we will follow the Gurudev instruction. Rasa Raj, Shri Krishna, is greedy for rasa. Therefore, he serves Mahabhav. Tulasi just stands there, watching Nagara's expert service and floating in an ocean of rasa, with the blink of her eye.
Yugala rasa now. Kinkari is floating. Krishna wants to taste rasa by serving Radharani. And Manjari, who is witnessing how he is serving, she is also entering the ocean of their rasa. Not Krishna only, but their Yugala rasa. I just wanted to say this. Manjari is not relishing Krishna rasa, but Yugala rasa. When he is serving Radharani, he wants to relish rasa, and he knows the secret. I have to serve my beloved Radhika. And when he is serving Radharani, Manjaris are so happy by looking him, and they are relishing their ras, their meeting, their amorous pastimes.
Radhe.
Yeah.
One thing come to my heart. The Manjaris are looking how Mohan is serving to our Swamini. We want to learn how Mohan touch like this, how much strength, how mood. We are in Sevarasa. We want to learn from Mohan how to serve her, to serve Swamini, increase her feeling. Then we are floating in this Sevarasa. Shri Radhe.
Now read. Quickly, continue.
Yeah, now will be explained. This was
Yes.
Kishore mentioned here.
Beautiful.
Tulasi just stands there, watching Nagara's expert service and floating in an ocean of rasa. With a blink of her eyes, Swamini tells Tulasi, Tulasi, aren't you doing anything? Tulasi replies with her meaningful glances, you found a good decorator now. Do we still have to serve you? Let us just float in ocean of bliss, seeing you being served like that. Mohana now stands up on Radhika's pedestal and stands in between her ticks.
Thais.
Thighs. Swamini experienced his touch. Mohana made 17 garlands, and now he wants to tie them behind Swamini's neck, but the strings break. Seeing this, Mohana restrings them and keeps his face next to Swamini's face, looking over her left shoulder to see whether he tied the strings properly or not. Normally, the moon and the lotus cannot be seen together, but now the blue lotus, Krishna's face, is seen next to the moon, Radhika's face. There is no bounds to the bliss. When Tulasi sees this, she feels the ocean of her spiritual bliss expanding. Tulasi calls Swamini Varoru, or nicely tied girl. She has the greatest ties because they are able to steal Sri Krishna's heart. Shimasundara stands between Radhika's thighs to hang a garland on her breast. Swamini is a little scared, so she tries to press her thighs together, and in this way she breaks another string of the flower garland. Mohana stays between Varoru's thighs, restrings the garland, and hangs it on her again. Tulasi carefully watches so that she can learn the service from Mohana, and she can remind Swamini on these pastimes when she is separated from Mohana again, and thus immerse her in an ocean of bliss. She smiles slightly and calls her Varoru. Hearing this, Swamini both chastises and prizes Tulasi with her glances. It is a concept combined with rebuke. Kilalita, Vishaka, and other Sakis are not present. Only Rupa, Tulasi, and other Manjaris are there. There is no obstacle here to Shringarasa, Mohan's the personification of the amorous spiritual flavor, performing his Shringara, service of decorating Sri Radha. He is overwhelmed by bliss when he touches Varoru's excellent thighs. Tulasi feels Nagara's bliss in her own heart. Blessed is the service of Sri Radha. What more can be attained for the marginal potency of the Lord, the individual souls, in the spiritual world. Wow. This is the great gift of Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das Goswami is the object of Sriman Mahaprabhu's limitless mercy. The Lord's heart melted when he saw how fixed Raghunatha was in bhajan, prema, and renunciation. Indeed, the Lord got in Raghunath Das the embodiment of renunciate Raja devotion. He was so pleased with Raghunatha that he gave himself away to him in the form of Govardhan Shila and the Gunjamala. After all, the Lord blessed descension served the purpose of distributing bhakti yoga that is deep with dispassion and realization. Tulasi's bliss knows no bounds when she sees how expertly Nagar addresses Swamini. That ocean of her spiritual bliss ever increases. Shri Haripada Shiva sings, the bank of Radhakunda is divine, ever effulgent abode, where the bees hum around the flower potters of the kunjas. O fortunate Gauri, golden beauty, Giridhari, the crown jewel of lovers, who was victorious over the Arista demon, sits you there on a jeweled bedstead and decorates you with wonderful floral ornaments. O nicely tied lotus girl, I will stand behind you and softly fan you with a whisk. Hundreds of waves will rise in the ocean of my bliss as I witness that pastime. This is the end of the commentary of Anantadas Babaji on verse 76 of Vilapa Kusumanjali.
Thank you very much, Anantaji.
Thank you very much for all, especially you, Gauranga.
Thank you, Janandaji, for supporting us.
Thank you, Jana.
Thank you very much, Anantaji and Gaurangaji, and also Ravangratikaji.
Yes. And all devotees, as I noticed, everyone was listening very carefully, very attentively. And it's great seva, actually. This is also Sankirtana. When all devotees are listening carefully, then this is Sankirtana. We are all engaged together, and it's much more powerful Sankirtana than bhajan, because the power of everyone's feelings and bhav is increasing our own bhav. So listening is also, and talking kirtan is also Sankirtana. And for that we need Sajatiya Sangha. And it's very important to be in the flow. Whatever is written, to stay in the flow in whatever is written and explained. Not jumping out from the river of flow. To stay and be touched with these beautiful, pure emotions. Then we can satisfy the acharyas, and then we can satisfy like a sadhakas. Simple, beginners, nothing special. Really nothing special. It's so good to be a neophyte. Always to stay a beginner and neophyte. This is the best and most secure position. Because then I can relish. Krishna wants to serve. Because he knows the trick. The secret is in service. Not to be served. Radhe Radhe. Thank you.
Radhe Radhe Gaur